First, I'm going to show you this contact constraint. So let's create a circle. When I'm going to create a circle, this circle is trying to get a tangent constant from this line. If you don't want the circle get tangent constant with this line, just hold down shift to create this circle and create another circle, and hold down your shift key to create this circle and make a line like this line. Now trying to get a coincident constant from the endpoint of this line, and to stop it just hold down shift key. Select the circle and line, then these entities will get tangent to each other. It means this tool will create a tangent constant between circle and line. Select one circle and another circle, then both circle will get cocentric. Next tool is fixed together. So we can fix position and shape of two objects. Activate this tool. Pick first object and second object. Position and shape fixed with respect of each other. Next is auto constant. Select object that you want to create automatic constant and then click on the auto constant tool. We already selected this object and reference element, so give vertical axis as a reference element because I want all dimension calculate from this vertical axis, and select this option chain and click OK. So in the chain you can see the dimension. This line create dimension from its next line. Okay, and when you select stacked option, this line create dimension from this axis, this also create dimension from this axis, and this line also create a dimension from this axis, vertical and horizontal as our reference. This object can also get horizontal distance from this and vertical distance from this axis to make it perfect constant. Next is animate constant. Animate dimension, circle radius or angle. So first just give dimension to this line to make its animation. So if you activate this animate constant tool and select the dimension, now this tool will change the dimension of this line from this value to this value and just run the animation. It will show you this line changes from its initial value to this value, or you can give any value like 100, and I want to animate it from 40. So play again, and the number of steps between the animation is 50. If you decrease the step, it will reach from 40 to 100 in less steps like 10 steps or 5 steps. If you choose low step, then animation will be fast, and if you choose higher step, then animation will slow like 100 steps, and you will see smooth animation. So the concept of animation is very simple. This change dimension from one value to another value. Like dimension of this circle, exit the tool, give diameter to this circle, and again this diameter value from diameter 5 to 20, and play the animation. Similarly, we can just animate the angle value to 90 degree and in 50 steps like this. So this is whole concept of how to animate these objects. I will show you this animation. To create that animation, first of all, just fix the position of this circle at the center of this origin. Select the origin point, hold down Ctrl key and select the circle center point and make them coincident. Go to animate constraint and select the angular object. Like I'm going to give first value 30 degree and last value 90 degree and play the animation. So this object start from 30 degree and into 90 degree. Just create 180 degree and play the animation again. So this started from 30 degree, ended at the 180 degree. Create 360 to complete the whole circle and play this. So this whole object completed its 360 degree. So start it from 0 degree and complete to 360 degree and give the step, because this whole phenomena going to complete in 10 steps, so increase the step so the animation can be smooth like 60 steps and play the animation. This is showing us the change of this angle from 0 degree to 360 degree, and this number of steps is showing us this one rotation completed in how many steps. So if you increase this step value like 100, then animation will be more smooth. Then let's understand this action options. So this is one shot. It means when you play the animation, this whole animation going to complete in only once. Like okay. The next is reverse. When you play it, then it will move one rotation, then it will reverse. Decrease the step count to 50 to make it more faster. Then next is loop. It means when you create loop, this whole animation work in loop. It will go and return like this. This is loop. But if you want repeat, click this button and now your animation will repeat. This is play button. This is stop button. When you stop it, this will stop at its initial value. Next is pause button. Like you are trying to run this object and pause it at a specific angle. This is the reverse button. If you want reverse animation, then play this reverse. It will try to reverse the animation. So if you are trying to get the data from this object to center object, how much this is, how much this will go near and far, so just create a reference dimension. So pick this dimension tool, pick this point and this point. Now right click and make it reference dimension. Okay, leave it. Now play the animation again. So this is showing us how much it will go near and far, or it will show you in a specific angle like in 160 degree the location of this point and this point how much far. So this is reference dimension. This will not affect geometry, This is only for showing us distance between two objects. We can't edit this dimension. Next tool is multi-edit constant. So just select object that you want to edit and click on the multi-edit constant. In this constant dialog box, you will get all dimension, so you can edit length of any object. Like this 40 mm is highlight, so you can change the length of this 40 mm like 50, and length of this 80 mm to 100. So these are highlighted, it means these length value changed.